Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today after a long day at work, I saw some news in my newsfeed and it was from USCIS. And it is good news because it is claiming that it is taking some concrete actions to actually reduce the backlog that it has. So I'm going to go through what particular actions that USCIS has outlined in today's news alert and some more tips regarding the medical submission for your 485. So watch this video until the end as it has some important information that you will be interested in. So let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Now before you get started, I wanted to run this sponsor video. Now, have you ever wondered that you might be able to mask your IP address? You might be able to show as if you are in a different country and watch Netflix, Amazon from a different country. Especially for people in India, you know Amazon India and Netflix India, lot many other shows that you might not be able to see here in the US. So what do you do in that case? And that brings me to the sponsor of this video, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN provider and that gives you a lot of benefits that you are looking for. Now here is what all Surfshark has to offer. It gives you the power to protect your online privacy, control your personal data, access content safely and unlock the exclusive benefits of this. What else can it do? You can browse privately, encrypt your internet activity so that no one can steal or track your data, hide your location. This is the key where I was talking about being able to watch the Netflix and Amazon from different countries, block ads and malware, stay safe on public Wi-Fi, keep searches private and get real search results. And if you are in the tech or IT industry, you know what VPN can provide. Now if you click the link in the description with my code Mandar, you will get a discount, almost 83% discount on VPN deal and plus 3 months of absolutely free VPN. So check out the link in the description, and if you do get the Surfshark through my discount code, it will also benefit the channel. Now as usual, if you have any questions, particularly if you need my opinion, non-legal advice that is, you can contact me on my Patreon site. You can also check out some of the new links that I have put in the description. Those are some affiliate links, and if you purchase those products from that links in the description, the channel will get a little bit of a commission and that will really help support the channel. Now first I want to go through this news alert that USCIS has put in. It talks about USCIS announces new actions to reduce backlog, expand premium processing and provide relief to work permit holders. So there are 3 concrete actions that USCIS is taking, particularly to reduce the backlog as well as to alleviate the stress on EAD holders. As you know, there has not been any premium processing for EAD and it's been taking a long time for EAD renewals and even the first time EAD applications. So that really hampers people's ability to work and sustain themselves throughout their process of the green card. So now USCIS is taking some concrete actions to help out those who are in the EAD process. Now USCIS in its first paragraph, it claims that the agency-wide backlog is still existing and it has inherited it from the previous administration. Now this has a typical political twist to it, but regardless, they are taking some concrete actions to reduce the backlog. So what is the first thing that they are doing for reducing the backlog? Let's read through it. To reduce agency spending caseload, USCIS is establishing new internal cycle time goals. Now cycle time goals is something that is internal process that we are probably not going to know what it is actually, how it's actually calculated. Let's try to understand. These goals are internal metrics that guide the backlog reduction efforts of the USCIS workforce and affect how long it takes the agency to process cases. As cycle times improve, as a result of that, the processing times will improve as well. That's what they are claiming to say. USCIS will increase capacity, improve technology and expand staffing to achieve these goals by the end of FY 2023. Now if you remember, in the last bill that was passed by the Congress, USCIS got some additional funding. In fact, they got a significant amount of funding, $282 million funding, which is to reduce the backlog. Now with this new funding that they did not have before, they will be able to expand their capability in terms of adding new resources, adding new technology, building some automated tools that could help them effectively manage this caseload. Now the agency's publicly posted processing times show the average work time, average amount of time it took for USCIS to process a particular form when the agency received it until the final decision was made. So the processing time that you see on the website is from start to finish, from the time that they received the case until the time they approved the case. Whereas the cycle time that they are now talking about, which is the internal matrix, it will measure how many months worth of pending cases for a particular form are awaiting decisions. They probably have a parameter how many cases they can handle within a month. They will try to measure that pending backlog in terms of how many months worth of pending cases are still existing per form. In other words, it will be a median processing time. So this is basically an internal key performance indicator. If you are working in the tech or IT industry, you know what KPI is. They are putting it as a cycle time to improve its case performance, basically the rate at which they can adjudicate a case. And now they have given a chart with new cycle time goals. Now I don't know what this compares against. Maybe we'll see, we will compare it against what is their exact processing time that they displayed on the website. But they are saying for I-129 form, which is for H1B, they plan to reduce the cycle time to 2 weeks. So they are saying for the premium processing, which is basically we know already, which is 2 weeks for I-129 and I-140. They will stick to the 2 weeks premium processing time. Then they will also do the non-premium processing in 2 months for I-129. So your H1B transfers, extensions, amendments, they are saying they want to make a goal to process that particular application within 2 months. 3 months for I-765, which is for EAD, 131, which is advanced payroll, 539, which is dependent visa extension, and 824. So all of these petitions will take maximum of 3 months as per their new goal, which used to be the time frame, by the way. If you go a few years back, this EADs and advanced payroll used to come within 2 to 3 months. Now they are trying to go back to those processing times, which is a very good thing. Now for other types of applications such as N400, N600, I-485, their goal is to process them within 6 months. Non-premium I-480, 140 also within 6 months, which is essentially going back to the original processing times they used to have a couple of years back. So I'm guessing what they are trying to do is the case backlog that they have generated during these COVID times, they are now trying to eliminate that backlog and go back to the normal processing times which was existing just 2 to 3 years back. Their goal is to go back to their original processing time, which was reasonable time. Now expanded premium processing, this is a very good news. The DHS announced the final rule that aligns premium processing regulations with the Emergency Stopgap USCIS Stabilization Act. The rule codifies premium processing fees and adjudication timeframe provided by the Congress. So now they are decided to abide by what Congress had determined for them. Premium processing is an expedited adjudication process currently available for I-129, which is for non-immigrant visa, certain EAD applications, and certain I-140. Now they're going to expand this premium processing and make it available for additional I-140, which I know what they mean, and also for EADs, which is it intends to, but how they will do it, because they cannot just start doing this all at once, because that will put a tremendous amount of pressure on USCIS. So they have to phase it out. So what they are saying is USCIS intends to begin implementing through the phased approach premium processing availability for form I-539, which is for application for extension and change of non-immigrant status, form I-765, which is for EAD, and form I-140, which is for application for permanent residence. So really, and they are going to implement this within this year, which is this fiscal year, which is 2022. So before the end of September, you will see the premium processing available for all these categories, basically extensions and change of non-immigrant status for EADs and also for I-140s. Now a lot of I-140s are already covered in premium processing. I'm speculating that they are going to extend it for EB1C, for which the I-140 was not available, and also for EB2 NIW, National Interest Waiver, for which I-140 premium processing was not available. So they are going to make it available for I-140s, which is very good news for EB1C category, because it used to take them long, like 6 to 7 months to get their I-140 approved. But now they can get their I-140 approved within 15 days, and they are already current in the final action chart, which will give them an EAD within the matter of months, which is back to the original time frame. So all of these efforts, I can see them making their effort to go back to their original processing times just a few years back. EB1 green card used to be processed within the matter of 3 to 6 months. Now it's taking way longer, but this is what they are doing, getting back to their original processing times. Now the last one I wanted to mention is improving access to employment authorization document. USCIS continues to make progress towards temporary increase of the automatic extension period of EADs. So what this is this temporary final rule aims to build on the existing program which allowed the automatic extensions for EAD. They want to expand this to the remaining categories of EADs, so that people who are working on EADs, they don't lose their job waiting for their extensions. So they will have automatic extensions available for every kind of EAD. So we'll see what happens, because I don't think they have notified what dates they are going to phase this in. Maybe they will declare this in the next couple of weeks, but we will know what this phased approach means. So, but it is good news that it is going to start in this fiscal year, which is just in a matter of a few weeks or months. This fiscal year, in the sense before end of September 2022. So all in all, this is a very good news for all the EAD holders. They will not have to wait too much long. They can now get their EADs within 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and then they will also be able to be eligible for automatic extensions in case they forgot to apply for their extensions and their EAD is no longer valid. They will still have that automatic extension. So all in all, this is a very good news. Now I also want to remind that there was another USCIS alert that came in back in December, which was effective 9th of December, that USCIS was waiving the requirement for the medical forms validity. So basically what it meant was, in the past, once you get your medical examination done and once it was signed by the civil surgeon, the I-693 form, you had to submit to USCIS within 60 days. Now USCIS is relaxing that requirement effective 9th of December 2021. So it's already in place. So if you take a medical exam now, you no longer have to submit it within 2 months. You can submit it even beyond 60 days. So that is kind of good. And other factor that they had also done is the validity of these medical forms is instead of being 2 years, it's now 4 years until the end of this year. So that is some good news and relief for I-485 for people in the I-485 stage. Now there were few other alerts that I have mentioned in my previous video. You might want to check those as well again, because they are very relevant for the current situation, if your date is current and if you are in the EB2 or EB3 category. So do watch my previous video if you haven't already. That is really what I wanted to cover in this video. If you have any other questions, particularly general questions, put them in the comment section below. But if you have any particular questions for me, for which you need my opinion, do not hesitate to contact me on Patreon. So I hope you like the content of this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one.